All right, so why does Andrew Tate suck? I was asked to give a talk on that a few years ago even, and the big, more haunting question is, why do people like Andrew Tate in the first place? Why do young men watch his videos and go, yes, teach me, teacher. Tell me more. I want to hear more. And I think part of it is this reaction against the political correctness of the world, like the taboo, can't say this, can't think that, and he comes and bashes right through that. And so for people who feel like they've had the seatbelt on from the political correct environment, he represents unbuckling and just kind of being a raw, honest person. And so there's a piece of that is attractive to us. We love seeing men who are not controlled, and he definitely seems like someone who's out of control or not controlled, and so that's a piece of it. I think the other piece of it is the vibe, just the energy. I think we all as men have different seasons, especially the younger we are, where we feel insecure, inadequate, not confident. And here comes Andrew Tate, who's super confident, who seems also hyper competent, that he had made a lot of money and his body looks really good and his cars are really fast and the women all like him. And so you go look at this confidence, this competence, and you go, I would love to feel that competent and to be that confident. And so when you're insecure, especially when you're young, you go, okay, I want you follow me as I follow the money. And so there's a temptation that because we want to feel like it looks like he feels, we want to go after him. Now, but the thing that people tend to miss is that the most sober women see a guy like Andrew Tate and they get the ick factor. They go, oh, it's just gross, like a hot air balloon, just a bag full of air, not really going anywhere, not really attractive, not really interesting, pretty ineffective. And the image that comes to mind is that of a peacock. A peacock has to shake its tail feathers, look at me, look at me, look at me, so that it can compete with other men, so that it can get the attraction of women. Look at me, women, look at me, women. And God did not design human men to be peacocks who have to shake their tail feathers in order to be noticed and be seen. Look at me, look at me. And it's actually what might look like it's effectively attracting women or might effectively attracting business. It may attract fools or other insecure people, but actually the best people, both men and women, see that and they go like, that's a liability. That person doesn't really know who they are. That person is hollow. That's just shaking of tail feathers. That's not actual strength. That's not actual beauty. That's not actual goodness. That's just peacocking, insecure, shaking around on things. And the biggest thing from a Christian perspective that Andrew Tate misses is this idea of humility. To not think of yourself, to be non-self-preoccupied. To be non-self-preoccupied, to not need to go on perpetually saying, look at me, look at me, look at me. That the big thing in Genesis 1 is like in the beginning God, that he's the unmade one. Everything else is made. There's no such thing as a self-made man. There's only God-made men. And any man who claims I've made myself lacks humility before God, lacks submission to the author of the universe, and is fundamentally an unsafe person, because a person who doesn't live in line with reality is by definition a little bit crazy. And we don't want to be around those types of people. And so submission to God, deference to him as creator and us as creatures is part and parcel of what it means to be a sober-minded, clear-headed, solid, strong, safe man. I go to 1 John 2, where John's talking about the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the boastful pride of life, or the boasting in possessions. And I go, that just describes Andrew Tate to a T. Look at my Bugattis, look at my muscles, look at my money, look at my women. And it's all just emptiness, and it all goes away. And it might seem like the ideal when you're 40, but when you're 60, 70, 80, and you're full of regrets, you're going, none of this stuff really matters. And so while God does call people to go and do great things, to make great things, to walk in confidence as people made in his image, people who are loved by the Father, people, if we're needing to shake our tail feathers to feel loved or to feel successful, we're missing something deeper inside our souls. That is the affection of God Most High, the grace of the Father over our sin, and his calling to us to do and make meaningful things because of how he's made us, not so that we can just work on our brand all the time. And so there might be aspects of what Andrew Tate says that could be helpful or even inspiring, but there are much better teachers, namely the person Jesus himself, who says everything that Andrew Tate says, but better, minus all the insecure, sinful, peacocky nonsense. So that's why Andrew Tate sucks.